Fiber? I also want to get this jump. I want it. Give it to me. That's unfortunate. It went in the wall. Wow, we picked up a rock. Why would you do this to me, game? Well, we got this guy. Why? Okay, good enough. You senior route for hunter all objectives. Not exactly. I don't know exactly what you're doing. But I get the general idea. Kill him, yes! Bring rolled out contest. Oh, I forgot stuff. Yes. In the neck to go faster. Yes. Why it's amazing. Stretch the shoreline to end is where the fun dies. I mean, I personally find that to be really cool to do. I don't know the exact routing. I mean, I do, but I don't fully remember it. When you go from Moon to the end there. Obviously, you want to make that in one cycle, and the huge problem is that you're going to be completely destroyed by cycle timers. Snails in the swim room, so... What's wrong with that? Sounds like a you problem. There's one. Forgot the split again. I've died to those snails too many times. I don't understand how this happens. Why? Why? That was two. This is three. Really good cycle timer will go now. Last room in shoreline. Yes, I'm aware. So the trick is, you don't take the path you need the jetfish. Because there are paths you don't need the jetfish for. Also, it is surprising that you'd ever find them to show up in such locations. Please go away. Guess we'll just take one for now. The first hunter that finished a few days ago, which you were talking to us about. Farm to sub. Not a very common route, but I think it's a good one. At the end, okay, never mind. And it's still a good one to do. That's normally what I would recommend, depending on what you're doing. But having to actually deal with the deer is weird. I mean, I haven't fully read what you've written, though, yet. Jetfish trying to drown me and stuff. And you get used to it after a while. Yeah, falling from sub from farm arrays can be a lot. As Hunter, we have to try to do it really fast for a lot of the categories. Truthfully, for Hunter, not 100% though. Climb to subroute at the end, one jump where I learned all the... Yes, you have to fall down if you... Yeah, you have to fall down into the pit, essentially. And once you know some routes through Shoreline, there's really only going to be the one room that's right outside of Moon's whole interior structure that's going to have the leeches in it. And that's going to have the jetfish in it, and the jetfish eat the leeches, so... You just wait a little bit, you'll be fine on that end. Or if you just go really fast. But that still depends on where you're entering Shoreline from. Generally, you enter Shoreline from Shaded. Simply because Shaded has an echo in it. And so I know that pathing way better than the other ones. Okay. Perfect time. So if you're trying to go to Shoreline, I still am always going to say do what you think is comfortable. If you're comfortable with going to sub, immediately do that. If you're comfortable with going to outskirts, immediately do that. If you're comfortable with going to Sky Islands, immediately do that. But often sub's not going to be good ever, just because of centipedes. Centipedes is always a bad thing. So it's really just up to your choice of outskirts versus Sky Islands. And that's kind of the choice of... I'm just saying this as a starting. That's kind of the choice of, do you know how to do the jumps in Sky Islands? And do you know how to actually get past the toll and outskirts when you enter from farm arrays? Because it's a very special skill, although you may not realize it. Because that toll is not normal. Put it that way. Okay, I held that too long. Like how the green neuron's still there. We don't need the green neuron because we're hitting an echo, if that's a question. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff when it comes to routing. And there's a lot of stuff that I recommend, but that's always going to be different on what you want to do. Because I'm always going to recommend, if you're going to Shoreline, you go through Shaded. Because Shaded is truthfully a complete pushover. And it has an echo. So very important. Five Pebble Sky Island wall chimney. Yeah, that's a good one. So the other thing that I could recommend is what I just did right now, which is to do a save right at the beginning and then hit this echo, and then you're back way over there. As you may notice. That is something that isn't normally thought of, but can be quite useful. We need to do this 2 more times. So if you... So there are two different speed runs of beating the game normally as Hunter. And the one where we force ourselves to get to Pebbles, we get the exact echoes that you just told us. Except for instead of the wall, we get the sub echo because we're passing by. I hate the deer eye too. After you learn how the deer works, it's really not going to be that bad. I mean, I got what you said. You don't need to worry about it. So we need to touch the pearl we start with, because I believe it gives us Scholar, but only after we've gotten Survivor. The wall echo is slow, to a degree, yes. It's also... Give me a second. So for at least Hunter speed runs, if we go to Pebbles, we're often going to quit out the moment he gives us the karma we want from him. And the well, he doesn't give us the cycles if we quit out. He does give us the karma, and for the speedrun we do that, which is why we don't get the wall echo. Yeah, that's what yeah. So essentially from the top chimney save, we go all the way to 5 Pebbles, and then don't get the wall echo. Because of that reason. Because we're passing the sub echo on the way back anyway. Yeah, the objective doesn't save either. So if you're doing an actual Hunter run, everything I just said means nothing. Because you want to actually meet Pebbles. And then if you're meeting Pebbles, you're getting the wall echo. But yeah, if you go through Sky Islands, you have the Sky Islands, wall, Pebbles, and chimney echo. And then you're just kind of done. And you don't need to worry about anything. If for some reason you can't get any of those, don't worry about it, because you have the shaded echo that you can still get. Because sometimes you might have died a lot of times, and then you just can't get the chimney echo. You should get the Sky Islands echo regardless of what happens, let's be honest, because it's so early at the run. You've never tried going to Shaded. I'm still going to say Shaded. So, if you stay long enough to this run, which this run may or may not actually make it as far as I want it to, just watch the route I do through Shaded. I want his mask. I really want to fight that vulture, but it's not a good location to fight him. Because even if you take his mask off early, or kill him, he's probably going to fall into the abyss. So here's the other thing. Garbage is technically faster to go through, but is one really long segment. Shaded is kind of the same, except slightly slower, with less threats overall. I didn't eat. I never think about that. And it has an echo, which is quite useful for many reasons. You've been taking the grub all the way through your... Yes, I remember seeing that, and I don't care, I have to be honest. I'd rather get a mask naturally than do that. Because I'm not carrying something in my hands artificially the whole way. If you can understand. I also don't like to spear the wall there. Aren't you in the way? Oh, he actually died. I didn't think they could die here. Maybe that sounds weird, but sometimes when creatures get put asleep, they don't actually die. What is coming behind me? Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about speed. That's just the context I'm gonna be talking about stuff in, if that makes sense. I'm still always gonna recommend shaded. I really am. Because it's not a threat. There's literally going to be very few patches of the small spiders that can kill you if you go the right path. Because there are bad paths. Do not go terribly far down. Put it that way. I mean, that's still the other thing about it, Psychic, is that score runs don't go through garbage, because garbage doesn't have an echo. That's literally the reason. There is no other reason. Because echoes are useful, and for score runs, you don't actually save Moon, because it's not worth it comparative to the rest of the points. When it comes to the small spiders, pretend they aren't there, is the one thing I'm going to say about that if you can't see them. But literally pretend they're not there. If you see a giant mass, it's the only time you need to worry about that. That's really gonna only happen in a few rooms, unless you're really slow, of course. But it's really not gonna happen because lantern mice are just egging them on and you run into them accidentally. Otherwise, there's obviously the other spiders. There can be a spitter spider that can get in your way. Why am I going this way? Hey, look, I actually split. Alright, we need to kill an orange. But, I don't know. There's also the two halves of score runs you need to be thinking about, and that is, are you going for the raw kills? Or are you going more for trying to learn how to get a bunch of passages? I need to kill one of these guys. You should be able to turn up brightness on regardless of what you're using for a monitor. Come on. Remember to actually eat the orange lizard. Good. This jump's always scary to me. Because of that. Didn't need to throw things, but I can see there's other stuff here. I don't know, sometimes it's hard for me to explain something without showing it, I guess. I think you get the general idea of what I'm trying to say, but I don't know. The thing I do want you to realize is that Shoreline is not a place score runs generally go. If you want to go and try to save Moon, that's your own objective. If you're trying to get a high score, generally runs don't go to Moon. Generally they get the Shoreline Wanderer pip by getting it at the end of the run through Subterranean, if that makes sense. That's just something I want you to think about. You can still do whatever you want, but that's generally how people get the Shoreline Wanderer pip if they're going for Wanderer. You don't like Moon anyway, then don't worry about it. Don't even worry about going to Shaded then. If you don't care about getting the Echo, there is nothing for you over there. If you're going for massive amounts of kills, you want to be in Outskirts Industrial Chimney. Very easy to move through those areas. Once you get there, once you've gone through your Sky Islands Bonanza and gotten all your... This is annoying. Gotten all full karma. You win? Okay, never mind. Then you literally just go for kills. This jump scares me more than it probably should. Always does, every time. Okay. Why does it feel like it's going to rain? Oh. I don't know, does that make sense? If you're going for raw kills, once you get the karma you want, because you want to ascend. Ascending is a lot of points. Meeting Pebbles gives you extra cycles, which is amazing. But Chimney, Industrial, and Outskirts. That's where you want to get kills. Everything else is a sideshow. And you're doing for one special reason or another for passages. Like, one of the problems with score runs is that it's hard for them to get orange lizard kills. Because they're not going to karma cache, of course, because that's cheating. Got a good bit of outlaw. I guess I'm not going to get Hunter. That's a bit unfortunate. My controller just disconnected in the middle of a backflip. And maybe a vulture will fall down so I can have a mask for the rest of the run. Well, I wouldn't get that lucky, would I? Yeah, that's the basic idea. So, to get the orange kill that I was just talking about, there's a certain green lizard that you can kill that will lineage into an orange lizard in Outskirts. Survivor, Friend, and Outlaw. You should get Survivor, Hunter, Outlaw, and Scholar. And why do I say these? Because you should be getting them anyway. If you go to Pebbles and already have Survivor, which you may or may not, but you probably should be getting there when you have Survivor. If you touch the pearl on the top of the wall, and the pearl, any of the pearls in his chamber, you suddenly have 2 pips in Scholar. If you then touch the pearl you spawned with, or literally any other colored pearl anywhere in the world, there's good ones in Outskirts and Industrial, you're already done. And you get it. So I go for Scholar. You don't need to think about it too much. It's not hard. I'm forgetting to split again. Hello, Bronze. So 100% is all achievements. That being the passages. All echoes, finishing the game. And anything else we may consider to be a side quest within the game. And for Hunter, that's being the objectives, of course. Although for Survivor, we also require I should just ate that popcorn. Whatever. Probably better we didn't go up there. Yeah, pretty much that's what he just told you. Kind of annoyed by lag spikes on Twitch. I mean, so here's the thing. So when it comes to PC and Switch, you're still going to experience lag in the same exact locations that we do, except, well, actually you're not going to. So the difference between your Switch version and PC version is the Switch version's actually on a different code base to a degree. Whether that just be because it's 1.7 and how they wanted to update everything at the same time, or it's because Akupaka Games, who is the porting team, I can't exactly say because I wouldn't know, but the Switch version and the PS4 version like to load the game and load areas a lot earlier than it should, and keep them in memory longer than they probably should as well. So it's overall going to be harder for the Switch to do that, and obviously the Switch can't handle that nearly as well as a PC can. So it's got a double negative to it, essentially. And so if you play the game for a really long time, you'll start, without turning off the game, essentially, you'll start noticing that gates will take a really long time, even though they shouldn't. And a few other things, but it is very obvious that it starts loading stuff really, really early. Off of trying the Guardian despawn, stuff was loading really strangely. It would load early and fast. I don't know why they would do that, because it's overall just worse for the Switch. But that is just how it is. And I cannot give you a good explanation for that. But yeah, so to a less degree, it still happens on PC versions. It's just gonna happen not as painfully. Yeah, this is gonna be bad, I know it. Here, Vulture, I think. Please just take the dead body. Why did you fire that anyway? But yeah, it's... Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Whenever there's lag in this game, it's actually... I know quite a lot of locations you'll notice the lag. We're about to encounter one at the top of the wall, and I'll point it out. Essentially, it will start loading rooms the moment you cross the halfway point of rooms. Only certain rooms is it really noticeable, because it depends on how it's coded to load them. Like certain rooms, you're not really expected to be reaching already. Kind of stuff. That's really annoying. We might be able... Nah, I'm not going to try it just yet. Go back. Go back or the other way. Come on. Long as it's a constant threat. Yeah, it's always going to happen in the same locations for you. Just so you're aware. is painful. Am I already full? I am now. This guy died in one mouth spear. Poor man. But, yeah. I'm gonna point out some locations that it will load in, and then when I was playing on Switch, stuff would happen a lot earlier, a lot more aggressively, etc. But, I don't know. I could explain it a bit more, but that's the basic idea. It tries to hold more loaded in at any given time, and it loads them in earlier than it probably should. Well, then it definitely should. I don't know where lizard number 4 is, and I thought I heard someone moving around. Okay, maybe I just walked by him and I didn't notice, because I saw the third one down there a second ago. We already have white lizard kills, so that's great. Okay. It wasn't all the way where I wanted to be. Yeah, you probably encounter lagging in locations that PC just doesn't, because it's not going to have that issue. I might have gotten Outlaw, that would be really good. I don't know, I don't agree with how that's set up. I don't think they really thought about it, because the Switch can't handle it as well as a computer, of course. If they put it on PC, it wouldn't be that great on PC, I'm going to be honest. With how I'm seeing it. That was mine. Okay, bye. Alright, now, so the lagging on top of the wall, it's in this next room. I'm gonna walk past halfway, and then it'll show up, and then you're really gonna notice it the next time I do it. It's this... Technically what's happening is the same reason why despawning the Guardian works, is because of how the game loads in areas. Like, it doesn't expect us to go into the room where the Guardians is, so it won't actually load it in until we cross halfway across. The same for this room, it doesn't expect us to go up to the left, so we cross halfway. There was a lag frame right there. You may not have noticed it. It's not very long, especially that I have RainWorld on my SSD. But it can eat your inputs. There's a location in Sky Islands that does that too. That's why I actually had the Squid Cicada when I crossed that room, because it can eat your input if you're not prepared for it. So if you're coming up from Farm-Raise, right when you get past all those little pedestal locations and you go up for the first time, that room there, where you have to jump across twice, and up above is where one of the pearls is. Halfway across that room, it will load in the next rooms, essentially. You're surprising. So, white lizards don't like to be in this room, despite spawning in it. So, it's a little weird to sometimes see them actually go for you. That's why I'm kind of not paying attention to them. But so that jump, if you try to immediately go for a pounce right there, in Sky Islands, it can often eat your jump input, because it's basically right when you cross that halfway point. So I like to do a backflip, and then rolling across it, just because of how it's going to start loading when you're in the middle of the air, instead of when you're charging a pounce, essentially. I mean, there probably isn't going to be anything that can kill you at that location, if you're doing fast about it. I'm not so sure about a lot of locations in Sky Islands. I'm really only aware of 2 locations. Alright, we should notice it again here. I kind of already saw it. Like, Usually it happens when I jump up there, but I messed it up the first time. So you saw it a second ago. But yeah, Sky Islands can be weird. Which is why I generally recommend that unless you are comfortable with it or are prepared to work for it, don't go to Sky Islands if you're just learning. I'm bad at this game. Didn't get a single one. Oh, that was disappointing. Whatever. It's artificially difficult too. I don't really agree with it. It's kind of like how Aether Ridge is, except like Aether Ridge was made to be difficult. And that's why it's nice. This is base game. It shouldn't be like that for base game. Let's eat the popcorn now because I'm too slow about this. Should still have the green neuron. So I am going to try to do the green neuron abstract duplication glitch here. Why not? The learning new jumps you can make in SI, like you can do the whole off-screen section both ways. I think you need a spear for one of the directions. If I'm not mistaken, it's still ridiculous, and I don't agree with it in the slightest. I understand that they put squid cicadas everywhere so that you would use them to pass by, but you really shouldn't have to. So the problem I have with places that are basically designed how I say, like, Aether Ridge is, and why I'm okay with Aether Ridge being what it is, because it's a modded region, it can be whatever it wants, is because you can make such a small mistake and you're instantly dead. I didn't sign up to play a Kaizo game. I signed up to enjoy playing the video game. So next time you do that, please make it so when I fail, I don't instantly die. Thank you. That's effectively what I want to see. I mean, being instantly dead is part of Rain World, but you shouldn't die instantly on a mechanic that you haven't fully learned, and that being just jumping in general. And that being using a squid cicada. Or the fact that if literally any threat is in the area when you're doing this, you can't move. That's why I'm always going to bring up, like, have it like Jump King, where if you fall down, you're not instantly dead. You're just, it's going to take a while to get a second chance to do it again. Does that make sense? I'm bringing up Jump King because nobody can understand anything else. I need to touch one of these pearls. We're not well. Okay. I tried to grab it right before he grabbed me. That was a good time to grab that. So just touching one of these pearls once you have Survivor will get you a pip into Scholar. Be aware of that. Quite useful. Please give Neuron back. Thank you. Wait for him to speak words before you suck it within yourself. Actually landed perfectly into this and I didn't mean to. That was, I didn't mean to fall into that, but that was actually perfect. Neuron, come back! No, it's flying away! Go! I don't know where the other one went, and I don't care anymore. I need to get one of you. Please come to me. How fast you move just off of basic movements. It's like you're swimming. Hey look, I'm holding nothing pebbles. What do you know? Why did it send it that way? What kind of dumb physics is this? It let go of it. Now there's 3 of them. Now I'm speeding out of my mind. Faster. Faster. Why'd it go over there? You don't want to go too fast because it becomes really hard to tell what you're doing. Like this jump. It's a lot harder than you think it is. If you're going real fast. Why did, like, neurons fall out there? Okay, whatever. There should be one in my stomach, right? We might... I want to see if I duplicated it. No, we didn't. Yeah, if you abstractly duplicate it, you can't true duplicate it. Interesting. All right, back to chimney. Back to not taking any splits at the right time. Oh, good. Oh. If only there was an auto splitter for performance. It's only if that would always split at the same times every time, because I definitely get the achievements at the same times every time, and it wouldn't mess it up in any way if I did that. I can't do that, Hefmez. Not on 100%. And I can kind of, but It really doesn't work. It really doesn't give me the data I want to see. So I need to manually split 100%. I could save here. However, I didn't actually eat. Would be deterministic. Yes, but you also die. And dying makes it so you have to go through the gate again. It doesn't really work out when it comes to splits. I mean, that is kind of the problem, though, is if I get using one or the other, I don't manually split, even then. Kill him! Yes! I could get a friend right here. Oh, this is really bad. Okay, never mind. I saved that blue, I could have gotten a friend. Okay, don't follow me. I need to murder someone for nibbles. I don't know where the drop wig is. Oh, good. Hello? This is a really bad situation if he turns around immediately. Okay, I would have liked to eat you, but that's okay too. I mean, yeah, I'm still going to forget to unsplit, or it just doesn't matter to me. Because I'm going to take the first time I cross it, not the second time, so I have to unsplit it like right now if I'm doing when I'm doing the gates. And that's not what I'm thinking about. If I'm at a gate, I'm generally going to be staring at chat. This could be to our advantage. Never mind, he just left immediately. This is still the pretty scary cycle, because we gotta get all the way down there into industrial, and it would be preferable if we got a friend this cycle too. What's happening? Interesting. Something about that jump I really don't like. I haven't seen a blue lizard there very often. Guess that happens. They're just about today, aren't they? I shouldn't be scared of this, but I am. My hands are way too shaky for this. Purple lizard. Yeah, that's a good situation. Didn't want the purple to fall. That blue could have been bad. This area is annoying just because things can fall from the sky at any moment. I already eat? Yeah, never mind. So I want to try to get a berry with me so we can have... I wonder if that gets rid of Monk that I did that, even though I didn't get any food pips from it. Huh. Got she? Oh, good. Not a good situation. You just don't care, do you? Please. It's mine. Please stop being in the way. There we go. I think it's raining. He might not get back. So I'm trying to get a friend here, but I don't think he's gonna get back. I probably should have kept the egg bug. I wanna wait. Gotta believe! Believe the white lizard! You can do it. I know you can do it. I believe less. Yeah, he's not making it. And that kind of how that works. Dead bodies. You can use that to your advantage in some ways, but not really. I'm gonna leave that berry in there. I'm gonna eat the popcorn. The egg bug's not gonna be back. What is happening? Why? We're gonna put... You can make this jump naturally, but I like to put that spear there. Come on, loser. Do you mind? Okay, we're probably not getting friend. Let's just go to garbage now. I mean, trying to get a friend here is not going to be particularly easy. Okay. He bit me through the explosion. Huh, that was weird. So, explosive spears cannot actually kill you unless they're in a body. That's something you should be aware of. You can use them to jump, actually. Now that the egg bug will never come back, we need to actually get a blue lizard for these teals, or we get a centipede in outskirts. Oh. I have not seen a teal jump like... I have not seen a teal do that. That is interesting. Hello there. You are not happy. Yes. So if it's on your... If this spear is on your back or in your hand and something causes it to go off, you will instantly die still. But if it's thrown... and it blows up, either being stuck in a wall or just flailing about. It will not kill you. Wait. We have Teal Friend. If he actually follows us, I don't know where he is. Oh, that's not good. I need popcorn. I also need Teal Friend to not die a horrific death. Preferably. That would be good. Also, this isn't a problem, because if you go enough rooms away, the gate unloads, and then he'll come through. As long as he's in this room, that's all that matters. So if you have a... you obviously never want to throw an explosive spear into the face of a lizard. It's obviously always going to be bad. I was just surprised he was able to bite me so quickly. Wow, he killed the white lizard. I don't want to hear that. This is not a good situation. I don't like wrinkle people. Please don't die to the centipede. Oh my goodness, that terrified me. Oh, it's all scary. Let's get in here now. Oh! Friend! Yeah, you never want to hit a creature in the head with a spear. If explosives are going off, do not have it in your hand. That is what I'm going to recommend. We have not starved at garbage wastes. I need to remember that. We got really lucky with Friend, to be honest. But either way, if you do anything... Yeah, I mean, I already said it. Whatever. Probably breaking in there. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, we got a little late on that one. Stand up for this one. A little annoying, these small shelters. Getting Friend now. Almost got Monk. Almost got Saint as well. Not really, but we're getting Saint. Probably not going to get it. Yeah, we just got it. So the trick of sleeping and starving in here in a good way is to stuff your head into a corner and then try to be starving by holding down. And if it does open, you need to be standing up, and then it will reset whatever you're doing. I'll probably definitely mess it up that time, because I wasn't trying to eat it. Probably don't need to be doing this now, but I want a green lizard kill. I was disappointed we couldn't get one with that explosive spear a second ago. Killing your friend your points? I mean, I'm not going to kill my friend in this run, because we're not going for points, of course. But that always depends. So sometimes you're killing your friend to fix a starve, and that can be preferable. That's just something you need to be thinking about. Just because it's generally going to be easier than killing any other lizard. Because you're going to have a rock and 2 spears, so you're going to be able to throw it in its face, and then spear it twice, and at which point you shouldn't have any problem. I'm going to check to make sure I'm, like, close to Saint. I want to make sure I get it before I do anything. Doesn't matter if we eat it. So in Survivor, 100%, you normally want to get a green lizard kill in the same way I just tried a second ago, which is an industrial with the explosive spear from the cache. But we also friend a green lizard in Subterranean because it's ridiculously easy. That green lizard does not exist for Hunter. And should not be attempted to do so in the same area. I should not have eaten that fruit, because now we're not getting Hunter for a bit longer. It's really all just dependent on what you want to do. But right now, anything Friend does not matter. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Honestly, it would be better if he was dead right now, because we're going to be crossing the outskirts toll. You okay there, bud? That's unfortunate. Wow, he completely body blocked me there. Oh, we didn't get to eat the berry that time, so that's gonna be worthwhile. Huh. You set up fast. He's not dead? Okay, now he is. They normally do the screech move. So a good way to kill your friend is to also let him get food, and then they'll turn their back to you. That is the other way to do that. I think he died on the second one, but... Murder his pet later on, yes. He was as useful as he could have been, and I am appreciative. Also, crossing this room here, is always trash, because these centipedes are painful. Usually you want to wait a little bit for them to stop moving, but if you know what you're doing, you can cross. Like, I shouldn't have even tried a second ago. Blue Lizard. Wait right here. Oh, I messed that up. Let's just bite him. Is this so hard? I think it is, apparently. I mean, it isn't... When it comes to spiders and centipedes, I find the ones in Rain World to not be that bad, personally. I mean, maybe that's just me. What's happening? Oh, there's a vulture down there. It's a king vulture. Well, don't care about that anymore. I could have taken its mask, but... I mean, yeah, the spiders... I'm not being able to read a lot of what you guys are saying, but... Yeah, the spiders are larger than you, but... I don't know. Just having a black blob... isn't very threatening to me. Did you actually grab it? Better have. That's bad that he jumped. That means he can jump on us in a second here. Oh, he already reset. That's a good spot for us too. I just pole hopped, it looked like. Where did I dropped the pearl? I didn't realize it did. I probably should have done this at a better way. I probably can just pass the toll with just spears. Truthfully. Also, the pearl I'm holding right now is the outskirts pole. This also gets you a bit of Scholar. I really recommend you get Scholar, because it is not difficult in the slightest to get Scholar. I want to kill you, Green Lizard, so badly. I'm surprised that worked out so well. Get out of my face. Did I kill a purple? I don't think I did. He should be dead on 2, but... This is perfect. That's a wave through. Here's 1. 2. Three. Regardless, I'm just gonna pass. That might have been 4, but I don't know if he picked up the last one. Yeah, I know that Hempamaz, but they will die regardless if I hit them twice. Just they can still kill you, is the thing. You definitely want to spear them twice as Survivor, though, is what I would recommend, even though they can also die. I shouldn't have saved now. I should have went out and got the pearl first. Yeah, we got a good amount of chieftain from that. For the kills to be yours, though. That, I understand that. Yeah. Makes sense to me. We do not want to eat the popcorn. However, we don't care about the popcorn. We care about the echo. We're still cycle 16. I find that to be funny. We've done most things in this game so far. Friend being out of the way so seemingly early is weird to me. Also, I'm glad we're at an hour 15, essentially. We're getting the 5th echo of the run. There's been a lot of not extremely optimal stuff going on, but it's not bad. Because we're going to go back into Industrial to get the garbage waste stuff, which I wanted to get a second ago, but I died to the green. That would have been better if we got it then, but... We have all the lizard kills, I just saw that. We don't need to worry about it. So, still the question is, do I can try to pass the toll. I am probably just going to go this way like this. So, Rob theorized that if you starve here and then in Farmer Race and then hit the Echo, that might be the fastest way. And he's probably not wrong. However... it doesn't allow a good way... I didn't eat the last bit, but... it doesn't allow a good way to get Chieftain. And which is why I'm doing this now. So he actually gets Chieftain. A good amount of it, at least. Because he gets a bit all along whenever he can, as he usually does in Hunter score runs. And he's very good at it, of course. But he is going to end the run by getting it in Subterranean. The shoreline side of it. Which is, let's put it in a good way. It's not good. It's not a good strat. Well, I messed up grabbing the pole there. And although I'm going out here for a pearl, I'm not going to be waiting around in sub for a while. Out of my way. Need more food. At some point. You guys, go away. One of you come in here, I'm killing you, but... We are going for hunter, so we do want to eat meat. That's why I'm not taking the popcorn. Then we want to save an industrial, the left side, this cycle. Hopefully we'll have chieftain, and then we'll be going into garbage waste and be starving there. Do you want to come here? Get off me. Throw it straight up so it doesn't go past the toll. Or you throw it into the left, but... Ooh, that was a mistake. Wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Random spear throws? I don't know. Can you do up throws? You can angle throws of certain items. Well, the most significant of which being pearls, of course. A blue lizard here. Did you lineage from someone? Is there a blue lizard lineage here? Because I doubt he went past the green lizards. Okay. Well, now that we got a mask at the end of a run, we don't really need this, truthfully. If we had a King Vulture mask, we would have given it to get by the... We would have given it to the scavengers to get by the toll the first time. However, we did not have one. Because King Vulture masks are the same as pearls. As far as we care. Because, well, they're 10 points. Pearls are 10 points. But also, yes, certain items you can throw upwards. Pearls, mushrooms, firecrackers, I think. Please go away. That guy can still kill us. I think. You can just naturally make that jump, but trying it again. Just want to save with my mask and my basically chieftain karma right now. Passage. You can kind of angle how you throw bodies, I think. So the thing that you said earlier, like sometimes the bodies can move you around a bit, that is... So if you do a slide while you're picking up a body, or you go into the body and you let go of it, you can get flung really far into the air. It's not useful because, one, you have to kill something, of course, and then two, there's not a lot of locations that would be useful in. but it is a thing. One location I can think of it being useful is where one of the red lizards are in Outskirts. This the big open area with the blocks on the sticks. You can use a body to get on top of a thing. Got the anti-worm grass. Understandable. Very understandable. How did your stream go, Chosen? Did you get through that region? The water one? Voltorb. Don't need to kill anything. Why is that vulture just fell into our lap like that? So with normal vulture masks, greens are more or less neutral to you, and everything else is scared of you. The only difference between king and normal vulture is that greens are now scared of you. There was a threat. Oh, it's probably off the vulture, I guess, but if I don't have chieftain, that would help a little bit there. I'd rather not fight you today. Wow, you guys are just everywhere, huh? Hey, look, it's the same guy from earlier. Underbelly is very big. You entered through Outskirts. It connects to Outskirts. Interesting. Have everything now. Oh no. Acquired all the things. Found the shoreline gate. Ooh, that's an interesting one. An Outskirts garbage gate, I think, would be cool. Flies. Oh no. Lizards don't avoid them very. They don't avoid them very well in Aether Ridge either. Want to check this real quick. Chieftain. Hunter's not going to move because we didn't eat at all. If you don't eat at all, it doesn't move them at all. You don't lose them by doing that. Which is nice. Also, we're back here because I quit out on a starve save. There is no repercussions for that. We only get pluses for getting the Wanderer. Alright, now that we've done garbage waste and all of that, ooh. We are going to Shaded, and we're going to go get the last Echo, then we're going to save Moon. Good food. The gruesome men they meet. They constantly get shocked forever. There is no respite from death. So there was an interesting thing I noticed earlier, because Lara was playing Aether Ridge as well. The tail of the teal lizard touched the zapper and it killed them. I thought that was funny. Like, it fully was fine, and then it kind of let down its tail a little bit, and it just died. There's an explosive spear in that little spot there. I forgot there was pearls in this room. Huh. Could be useful. Okay. No rocks. Not that we can pick them up. I'm missing the spear off my back, though. There can be scavengers in front of us, so that can be a scary throw. Head, center, and tail. Really? I mean, it's weird because it's not their actual hitbox that hit it, though, Hempamaz, if you think about it. I would have thought that its actual hitbox would have had to hit it. Yeah, but when it comes to teal lizards, it's a really large, like, it's thicker than them at a, kind of thins out and then gets larger. I mean, I understand that it would come to physics, but it's just kind of, it's weird. I mean, maybe I slightly saw it wrong. Maybe its body did touch it, but it did seem like it was the tail that made it die. It still look on the VOD, but that's a 12-hour VOD. It was right near the end, though. Right next to the end. You point out exactly where it happens. Really. Also, this run's really good. I want to pay attention a little bit. Because it's literally a straight shot from this point. I already have Outlaw, right? I think I do. Don't back throw. Suppress the want to back throw. So the pathing you're about to see me do, Psychic, is the pathing I recommend. There's also the upper path, but, well, that's annoying, that dropwig. Do not go down here, but go here. This is the middle path that I personally like to take. There can be random spiders, they can be purple. There's likely a spitter spider here, I think. Only one. Never tell when scavengers are safe to walk by. I have Chieftain, they are safe to walk by. That's basically it right now. So the Chieftain passage is directly tied to... Actually, I don't need this mask at all. It is worthless from this point on. Okay. Oh, this isn't great. But Chieftain is directly tied to your reputation with them. Hello, Poindexter. Gotcha! So those won't be there for Survivor, but they will be for Hunter. But those are basically the only threats you're going to have. Out of my way. You're lucky I already ate food. So this room can be scary for the mini spiders, just because right about here there could be a giant pile of them. But when it comes to scavengers, if it's safe to walk by, if you have Chieftain, it's safe to walk by, unless you've done something that they don't like that cycle, to that specific one individually. If you don't have Chieftain, there's a few things you can do to tell. And that's just mostly noticing how they act. If they raise their spear whatsoever, you don't go near them. They like personal space. Echo time. Resetting splits time. that's the central shelter. You always want to save there if you can. And shaded, because it's right next to the Echo, the right central shelter. There's technically the left side central, and there's the lower central. And there's a lot of names for shelters, and all of it's kind of irrelevant, to be honest. But that's the only shelter I care about in shaded, because if you go anywhere else, it's not that worth it. But don't be mean to them. Pretty much, if you do anything they don't like, if you give a spear or an item to a creature, to a scavenger, not rocks, rocks don't count, you'll get that individual, that cycle, is highly likely to not want to kill you. If your reputation's really bad or the scavenger's really aggressive, it could still try to kill you, let's be honest. It's going to be hard to get Hunter, I just realized, from this point on. I only give 2? It didn't go the right way, really. If it's at a toll, enter in the toll, don't, like, go back and forth between the toll. If that makes sense. Sometimes, because they're supposed to not want to attack you at a toll, more or less. There's some determining factors, but don't steal things from them, of course. If you notice, I get no threat theme around scavengers while I have Chieftain, by the way. That is also a determining factor. Enough people have died on this bridge to make me not want to. Okay. Yeah, don't take anything from them. So even if stuff's on the ground, if they physically have touched it recently and then they can see you pick it up, don't do that. I just want the actual... Okay, I already have stuff. Never mind. So generally the spears that are theirs are ones you've seen them touch already. Or are directly underneath a toll. So the ones I specifically took from outskirts, those don't spawn from underneath the toll. So they aren't theirs. That makes sense. So if there's anything directly underneath the toll, you don't touch that, ever. But the ones just off the side that I took were... I'm going to save here just so I can get progress on Hunter. I need to see how far we are. Not very. We still need drainage. Which, it's questionable if I should get drainage when I'm in outskirts or way at the end like I am doing currently. Because I think Rob gets it when he's in outskirts. But, yeah, I don't know what would be better. So yeah, it's going to be difficult to get food here. We might get lucky. Please, enter. Probably shouldn't jump out of that one. I should jump out of it early so I can hops. Okay, no vulture. No vulture, no leviathan, please. Please give me. can eat the jellyfish. Death by Snell. I'm saving in Looks to the Moon. How do I get to Subterranean again? Do I go down the pipe to my left? The early one? This is not good that we're hearing this. Thank goodness. Death by Jetfish. We're fine. It's okay. You'll be useful later. You live for now. My brain hurts thinking of that. I mean, understandable. So I'm going left. I'm going to save at that shelter that is not in Looks to the Moon, the close one that you jump down in the other spot. And then I go left past those leeches, right? That's all I need to know. I don't need to know everything else. I just need to know if I go left past the leeches. The leech room that has the shelter in it. You don't need the pearl. This is the point where I magically somehow don't have the green neuron with me, and the run is over. To the Captain Subjector. That does not help. I just need to know if I go past the leeches. That whole area, I understand how to get... what to do once I get there, but I don't know how to get there. You need to wait until it actually touches her before you do anything. So we are good now, right, Empamez? I believe that's what you found. To be 0G right then. I think, yeah. I think your game is probably pretty dark, Psychic. Because if you thought that I was going through dark areas in Shaded, I could still see. And you should still be able to see. There are some areas that are dark, and I just know how to do it. But... why did I come up here? You need to swim under, yes. I know that. I just don't know how to get there. You understand. Okay, Jetfish, come to me. I summon Jetfish. The game lagged. No. No. I understand you. I hate this section. Why is this so hard to get up there? Also, there's gonna be no threat theme. Because Moon needs to make sad noises. So I don't know if there's a Leviathan here. And that's generally terrifying. I think I'm gonna save up here, even though I don't need to. Once again for Hunter, because we're not gonna have a lot of saves from this point on. And I really want to make sure I get Hunter. Actually, we can bring this man's with us. Actually, we should be fine if we just bring this Jetfish with us. I'm not worried about the leeches. Okay, that was interesting. Stop moving around. Eh. That pushes 4 food pips. I'm already 1 past full right now. Why is this so difficult? Please no. No touch. There's only 1 jetfish here. Rain, it's half cycle. He actually grabbed it. No Sparky Spark. If you're out of the water, they can't spark you, which I find to be interesting. Fortunate. I think we need Jetfish Mans in this next room. Where is White Lizard? Was it in the last room and he just didn't show up? So this is the room you go down in. You can have the berry later. This isn't right. There could have been a Brother Longlegs in there. I'm pretty sure. There we are. Is it really 1 in 100? We're so close. I'm mildly concerned about rain now. I am reasonably concerned about rain now. From Ramir. I don't even know what you're saying, Point Dexter. I seriously do not understand. Almost Hunter. Mimir, I don't know what that means. Are you going to sleep? Is that what's happening? I'm sorry if my content is that boring. I try, okay? Never mind. No, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I don't like to actually pick those up just because I think it's funny to pass by them in runs. Go! Faster! Faster! Oh! Why did that catch? We knew it! No! I want it. This is a waste of my time. Yeah! Oh, oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Get out of my face. I don't know how you eat underwater, but I don't pretend to understand. Snails? I cannot kill them, apparently. Okay. This is only one food, right? Good enough. Okay. Interesting. Why? Don't make content. I mean, that was the joke. That was the joke, Poindexter. But I knew it wasn't about that. I think I'm gonna sleep. This gets us Hunter. So. Need to go straight to drainage. And then we're done. It's on the wire. Oh, good. My favorite. He doesn't know. Please calm down. Okay, it's probably fine now. Oh, goodness. Oh, there's a drop wig there. Oh, good. And why did I throw that? Well, this is... He's dead. This is my bomb now. He's not dead. Still my bomb now. I know centipedes very well. If you needed to know that. I'm not crossing over the top of this. Hopefully I didn't lose Chieftain for taking that bomb. Oh! Teal lizard, why? Which way should I go here? I suppose we go this way, right? Please out of my way. Game? Don't poke me. I need these things in my hands. Okay. I'm surprised he wasn't going for me. This is dead end. I forgot. We need to go all the way to drainage this cycle, by the way. We can't stop at this next shelter. We need to pass by all the centipedes in the next room and the chaos that is mole lizards. Maybe we'll get help from the scavengers, but we've already seen them, so it's unlikely that we'll see them later. Okay. Not instant death. Sometimes you can just kind of die there. The centipedes. Still not enough food. Wait, I ate a bat fly. I forgot about that. We only get tiny centipedes? I hope so. Please back off. Jeez. Oh my goodness, it's my worst nightmare. Get him, mole lizard, please. I'm swimming under the water. Oh my goodness, why? Probably should have saved that, I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, this jump. I don't understand this. Okay. What happened over here? I heard something. Might have been above me. Okay. Enough of that. Give my spear back. There we go. I hate that. Oh. That's not good. Please get out of my way. There's only one way to get there, and it happens to be between this. And one went up there, and these two are in a dead end for them, kind of. Okay, he's going up there too. Oh, good. There's 4 of them. It gets better as it goes on. Oh, there's more than 4 of them. Oh, yeah. Never mind. They're good. You guys everywhere else, you didn't hear anything. Now you guys definitely hear me because I'm walking around. But fine. Heard me off of that. I'm not risking the jump, so I'm just going to use a spear. I am questioning going over here the more I'm doing this. However, that's not much more of an extra thing that I'm doing, to be honest. But that is a very hard section. You don't know what you're doing. Why are you even here? Where did you even go? What just happened? Am I seeing things? Am I going insane? What's happening? I don't remember a spider being there. That was a spitter spider just there and grabbing onto me. If you don't move enough, it will kill you. But... and then he immediately went into the pipe there. And then is on the other side of the room. That was interesting. So we need to check to make sure we have all the passages before we move on. I didn't actually kill that mole, did I? Oh wait, no I did. I should have a mole lizard kill. Got two of them. 100%. I don't know how close we are to Rob's run, but we're pretty close, let's put it that way. It's not sub 2, which is unfortunate. If we didn't die that green for me throwing the spear in its face, this went a lot closer. They're competing with each other or something. So Rob, I was originally routing. If you know, Rob's probably streaming right now. He started streaming basically at the same time. Rob does score runs for Hunter, while I do speed runs. Honestly, he could tell you way more about the score runs than I ever could. He's not even dead and he's speeding me up. I couldn't even do anything about that. That doesn't matter though. It kind of does. It doesn't make me happy. It was weird. Can't even throw stuff in that situation. But he did the... I was initially starting the route Hunter 100%, but because he had so much experience with Hunter overall, he just did a run that was almost sub 2 hours, and it was really, really good. And this run is mostly modeled after it, what he did. Because he did most of the things probably as good as you potentially could. Spider again. Haunting my dreams, as usual. I don't remember there being a spider here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Other spiders can just kind of show up, though. That one lives in that room. So if I'm laying down like this, I don't make sound, and the moles don't know I'm there. That's unfortunate for me. Ooh. Oh, I had a chance there. I tried to have him fall, but that didn't work. Please be a fall in. We're loading at the same time. That's really bad. Yeah, we're good. We should be impossible to die. Never mind, we could have died off the 30% chance right there. Oh good, what's happening up there? You guys okay? Can you calm down a little bit? Usually I get a chance to have footing, so I can do a back throw. If you do a back throw in that situation, I go directly underneath them before they even know what's happening. You can do a lot with moles before they really realize what they're doing. They're still basically purple lizards, except they have difficulty knowing that you're there. So they can be quite lethal when they want to be. That is something you need to worry about. From this point on, it's all movement. We've done this 1,000 times. That was bad. Ding, ding, ding. Time for the back throw. Did the jump too early, and it kept sliding me down. That was not good. So time's not until we actually get into the Void Sea, of course. I don't remember what Rob got for a time. You could check that real quick if you wanted to. I still think it's like a 2:05, maybe. I want to keep these spears for this back throw. In fact, I messed it up. The 2:15. So we beat his then. We definitely beat his. I didn't think he got that high of a time. Like, not even close. Did way better than his run. Yeah, the run's finishing. There's only one way I can die, and that's falling in this next room here. Wow, I'm not doing that right. If you fall directly down this room by jumping off of it like this, and then falling all the way down, and then don't try to roll and don't try to jump out of it, you can still die. Want me to see you do that? However, it's also the fastest way down, because if you press jump at the correct time, you actually roll out of it. And obviously falling straight down there. No steady. So it's hard to die there, because when you're in depths, you're naturally being pulled upwards. I'm not doing this correctly. Still weird to do that. But when it comes to this, you should be able to see everything, Psychic. Even when there's not searchlights. Like, all of depth, you should be able to see what you're doing at all times. Obviously, it's going to be weird looking. I jumped perfectly over that rock, and I'm sad now. A dwarf slide there. Are you talking about the fall, Empamez? Yeah, pretty much. Because there's a lot of small little things that go into it. I'm not splitting at all. Okay, we're gonna pretend string is the actual time. I don't think it auto splits here. No, it does. Okay. Not bad. Nothing completely terrible happened, but I was very hesitant on a lot of stuff. With the 2 falls, infiltration and depths. Which fall infiltration? Oh, okay, that one. I still want sub 2. It's right there. It's literally right there. There's not much between getting sub 2. But it's all gonna be on execution. It's not so much, oh, I didn't get lucky here. And that's gonna be the hard part. Is just going for the slightly more crazier things, but having the higher chance of dying. Run Hunter all objectives for a bit? No. No, I will not. You get more natural with Hunter. I understand this. I've played enough with Hunter to understand how to play as Hunter. I think you understand that. Just the thing is, I don't go out of my way to kill things, and I'm still going to be resetting a lot in Sky Islands. That's the problems. But the things to get better at for 100% are going to be very specific situations. I'm not going to be doing the same things I'm doing for all objectives I am doing for this one. And of course, all objectives is literally just go as far as you can in a single cycle. That is the run. You want to try to get to Pebbles in a cycle. In 2 cycles. You want to sleep somewhere in Sky Islands, and then you want to get to Pebbles, and then you want to try to get to Moon in a cycle. Then you sleep wherever you can, and then you get to the sub in the next cycle. That doesn't sound fun? Because I'd prefer set locations, not do as much as you possibly can within a certain amount of time. Because even if you do it better... Actually, no, because glitches, I don't know what you mean. You have to sleep once in Sky Islands so you can get into the wall, that's what I'm saying. Oh, you need the echoes. Oh, yeah. Are you getting the wall echo? I'm assuming you're not. Because it might be better to get the shaded one, yeah. Yes, that's what I thought you would do. Does the Void Worm Pearl not look painful? Well, you're being released from the mortal coil, so, you tell me. Making it slightly lower. But also, yes, Psychic. I should have said it earlier, but Rob's always better at talking about Hunter stuff. Just generally, he's not one to interact fully with everything that's happening in chat. As at least I attempt to. I wasn't able to read everything you guys were saying, but that was because this was a very good run. Because Hunter requires a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that could just happen in Hunter that just knowing it can happen is a lot. There's some weird stuff that can happen in Chimney that I keep thinking about. I don't know why. Not always evident, but kind of happened in this run. The one room where wind chimes usually plays when you're doing Pebbles runs. Stuff can just fall from the ceiling, whether that be actually a drop wig or the blue lizard that fell in my run. That can end runs right there. So, do we do Monk 100% now? That is the question. And don't be fooled, Monk 100% is different from Survivor. Because you can't get Scholar at all. Ooh. That was good. If you haven't noticed already, Hunter will not show the tree at the end for PC. Switch and PS4 obviously actually has the actual cutscene it's supposed to have, but different. Dolvol's doing zombie modding again. Like some people are doing Project Winter. So weird feeling seeing Hunter ending like that. Yeah. It's okay at this point. Kind of whatever. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm thinking about making dinner. But I think that dinner might be just a moment's break. I can't. This was actually supposed to just be a introductory run for me, because I haven't finished a hunter run following Rob's route before, and yet there isn't much that I'd like to see that would be different from this run. Because the optional thing of just friend and monk and saint happening at the same time, and whether you go to Farmarays, outskirts, or starve into garbage, having an option is always a thing, which is great. Starving into Farmarays, probably not. Alright. Well, thank you for stopping by, Psychic. I'm probably going to continue streaming, except I'm going to do Survivor Pebbles runs. So that's how that will go. I will be right back. Not that. Not that. Which one is it? Is it this one? There it is. I'll be right back. Oh, I still ruins. I'm gonna put pizza in the microwave I made yesterday. I'll be right back. But also, new record for 100% Hunter. It seems like. I didn't actually check it, but Poindexter seemed to think it was. Alright, bye.